Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of Heroes of the Storm, we're going to be playing Sergeant Hammer in our A through Z playthrough in her Warcraft skin, which is really nice looking. Sergeant Hammer's got some cool skins. But the character herself is extremely difficult to play without a team comp or without, follow-up. I don't know. Protection? That's peel. That's it. That's the word I'm looking for. So, let me just level with you guys real quick here. I did not have fun with these games on this character. It's okay. I know I was really far away from the mic. I just needed to get nice up and close in your business so you can tell. This was really difficult. This video came after about 7 games of Sergeant Hammer. Some of them were wins, some of them were losses, all of them were horrible. Literally every single game that I played with Sergeant Hammer, not necessarily the character's fault either, but it was some manner of just disorganization or misunderstanding or just poor plays, or, quick match could not give me non-dive enemies. I mean, it was just straight torture playing this character. And this is the first game of that number that felt like, oh my god, I might just be enjoying myself. So, if you are not familiar with Sergeant Hammer, my apologies. I'm probably not going to do her much justice, but we're also building mines, so I'm trying to have the most fun possible, because playing Sergeant Hammer the standard way with this comp in quick match with people that I don't know and I don't trust to really have me protected, it's going to be rough. It's going to be real rough, so it's fine. Everything's fine. We're going to be okay. This video will be fun to watch, I promise you. It's just going to be, I'm gonna have some trouble reliving it, it's just like reliving trauma. It's got the Vala killed though. Let's talk about Sergeant Hammer. Her abilities, her Q, Spider Mines, the big ability for this build. Spider Mines are gonna lay down 3 mines that have to arm. They take a little bit of time, but they're gonna chase heroes or buildings or minions down and then explode and do damage and slow. So, I know what you're thinking. That sounds really awful. Why would you make a build around that? Well, hold on to your britches, because we'll get there. But the spider mines are basically your only way of creating avenues of defense for Hammer by herself. So you kind of want to put them in places that the enemies can approach from if they're trying to flank you, if they're trying to just dive right on top of you. Set those mines directly under your butthole, and they may hit the person that you need them to hit. Ultimately, they can be unreliable. I'm not going to lie to you. Unless you're like stacking 1 billion of them in a bush, sometimes it's kind of like, did they really do anything? But I promise you they do. They do. Especially with this build. They do stuff. So, your W is called Concussive Blast. Probably the most fun part about Hammer's kit, in my opinion. You can hit this button, knock shit back, and then laugh at how far that they've been sent flying. Assuming that you are not in siege mode, the ability is very good for peeling. Very good for keeping yourself alive. Oh, Vala just missing the Hungering Arrow. Cho'Gall directly in the middle of our team, though. Vala finally coming around to provide some assistance. I have to leave now. Ooh, or do I? Let's go, Genji. What do you want? We're just going to blast him. Auto attack of destiny. He goes down, and my mines were chasing him, but have now stopped in the middle of the lane because there's nothing for them to chase. But there's not much more to Concussive Blast. It's just a big knockback. It does a bunch of damage. Well, it doesn't do a bunch of damage. It's doing literally our auto attack damage worth. That's okay. Whatever. All of Hammer's abilities do more stuff in Siege mode, though. So your trait, Siege mode, is you're going to hit your D button, you're going to root yourself completely immovable, you cannot do anything, and in doing that, you are going to increase your basic attack range, and your basic attacks will splash. Not only that, but your Spider Mine range is going to be increased in Siege mode, your Concussive Blast knockback range is going to be increased quite a bit as well, and then your E, which we haven't spoken about, is the armor that you've got, Neo Steel Plating. It's going to give you 50 armor instead of 25 armor while you're in Siege mode, which is incredibly helpful for keeping Hammer alive during dives, but ultimately doesn't really last long enough for some dives, especially with like a Genji and a Cho'Gall who just want to sit on top of your face and it hurts. It hurts. So luckily, my team is like just hugging me. Just big group hug, hold on to Hammer, stay inside her big blue circle, and I really, absolutely love them for doing this because this is the first team in this entire set of games that was doing this. It's really nice. Down goes the Hanzo, unfortunately, to the Gall Bomb, looks like. And then we can finally talk about our ultimates. Now, BFG is really just my cup of tea when I play Sergeant Hammer, but since I'm playing Mine Build, I did kind of want to fool around with Napalm Strike. Napalm Strike isn't by any means a bad ability. It's on a very short cooldown at 6 seconds. 234 damage on impact is just a little bit more than our auto attack, and then did I fuck up the camera? Nope, that's just what we're doing. And then the area that it leaves on the ground is going to burn stuff. So it's basically just a large AoE auto attack that continues to leave a burning puddle on the ground afterwards. We really didn't. Okay, I think maybe I was just held down on the old camera lock. There we go. Took me a while. Past me really showing up today. Just locking that camera, seeing what we can do. Trying to lock Genji into the wall, but it doesn't work. I'm trying to get cheeky with the barricade, but the game wasn't having any of it, so. Anyway, yeah, not much more to Napalm Strike, and then BFG itself is just this huge missile you shoot all the way across the entirety of the map, and it does a bunch of damage. Typically, it's very, very good for securing kills, and at level 20, you can use it to just shred a lane infinitely and keep it from pushing, so it's not bad. I'm going to be honest with you, both of Sergeant Hammer's ultimates are kind of lackluster, feels like, compared to a lot of other people's ultimates, but that's okay. He doesn't have to have all the good stuff. Oh, no, stay away, sir. Please, get away. All right. Now, the talents that we're taking for Hammer are all going to be focused around mines and dealing as much damage as possible while moving. It used to be that before her rework, Sergeant Hammer could... I need to leave. Sergeant Hammer was more effective without using Siege mode. They reworked her to be more effective in Siege mode, give her more options in Siege mode. Can we keep Mal'Ganis alive? We do indeed. The mines are still going on Vala. I don't have enough health because my health bar is so fucking tiny, because I'm a ranged damage dealer. I'm gonna die. I didn't get killed by the Genji, who also didn't die, but I did shit my pants a little bit there. Just a teeny, tiny bit. Right, no, but prior to her rework, Sergeant Hammer was doing much more damage while mobile. You never really wanted to siege because your siege was just like, hey, come kill me, and that wasn't good. Nowadays, there's so many talents tied to your siege mode, and if your team is helping you while you're sieging, you're very powerful. But if you're not getting that help, then you're going to have a lot more difficulty surviving. Number one, because Hammer's health bar is Like I said, it is ranged DPS levels of low, which sucks. I understand why it's so low, because she's supposed to be easy to dive, but I think at this point she's too easy to dive, you know? So, oh my god, there's a lot of stuff going on under the fort up here. Looks like Cho'Gall just taken lots of damage, but he got out. Insane. Knock back to Cassie a little bit. We do have the camp going on the bottom side of the map, though. It's probably... I'm gonna die. I am dead. Yep, got killed by some Genji shurikens, but I killed the keep with my minions. So, who really won? I mean, it was me. It was me. That was a rhetorical question. I am the winner! Always. I try to be. So, but your build, again, it's going to be focused a lot around movement and dealing damage while you're mobile. So, Maelstrom Rounds is going to give us an increase in our basic attack damage. It is on a very big cooldown with 3 charges, but you get the cooldown back by hitting heroes or buildings in siege mode. It's definitely something that makes it you do have to have a fair amount of decision making. We're just going to dive in here, get some damage down with our mines, try to do some more damage walking forward. Cassia thinks that she can fight. We've got our 25 armor. We're just going to knock her back with the barricade and watch her die. Maybe. I think she's out. Everything seems as though she's going to escape with her life. It's unfortunate. Genji dies, though. Okay, I'll take that instead. What the hell is going on over here? I don't know. That's fine. Everything's fine. But Maelstrom Rounds, the 30% increased attack damage, you don't have to be in siege mode to use this. So you can still be scooting and shooting without having to siege up to get the damage benefit, which is really helpful, which is kind of what I wanted to go for with this build. So the more that I can move around, the more damage I can do, the more mines I can place, it's just a happier time. The next talent we're going to take is Barricade. Not because it's good. I think your E talent, Siege Tactics, the Unstoppable, while... Oh my god. Sorry, camera broke. Being unstoppable while in siege mode is the best talent by far. But I like Barricade when I'm playing this build because the wall that we create with the Concussive Blast just makes for some really ridiculous shenanigans, and it's a lot of fun. Had I been paying attention at all during this game, we could have just blocked people in more in Leoric's box. We could have created a box together, but at the same time, Barricade has this cheeky interaction where if a person is standing next to a wall or in a very small, tight corridor, if you hit Barricade on top of them, Barricade will pin them to the wall, and they can't move. So unless they have a movement ability that gets them over walls or out of danger, they're just stuck there with the Barricade, which is fantastic. It is so much fun. I don't think it's going to happen this go round, but it does happen. Ooh, can we get away from the Cho'Gall? It's going to... Oh my god, my team. My fucking team is so good. Just... Thank you. Thank you, teammates. I love you all. My buns appreciate it. Though I did wait patiently for all of them to help me out. So we just had to put a couple mines in the bush and pray to God that it worked out that way, and my God did it. Fantastic, people. Just 100% love you all. Thank God. Pulse Detonation Core is going to be your level 7 talent. This is going to allow your spider mines to detonate 3 times over 3 seconds. Basic attacks against enemy heroes grant 5 mana and reduce the cooldown of spider mines by 1.5 seconds, and then increase to 2.5 while in siege mode. So the more auto attacking you're doing, the more spider mines you can put down, the more damage your spider mines are going to do, and just generally you're going to have a better time with your mines because you can clump more of them up. Now that being said, oh, he didn't get wall banked. He's going to kill me. He's definitely going to kill me. But maybe we can kill him as well? Damn. He got me with an auto attack the instant that I got him with my Barricade. So I'm down, Hanzo is down. The boss is still going in the top lane, so all of this is really just not even important. And the enemy team does not seem to realize that, so that's okay. Anyway, the rest of the build is going to kind of follow that mine path, that mobility path. So that's kind of why we took Napalm Strike. You can use it a lot. It's really easy to use. There's a lot of range. It's definitely something that you can do on the go. Vala does not give a single solitary shit about the boss or the catapult, but Cassia is like, oh my god, please, I don't want to lose this game. I've been kicking this guy's ass all night. And then 13 is going to be your tactical mine deployment. Moving while thrusters is active is going to leave a trail of up to 5 spider mines, and you're going to increase the slow by an additional 15%. So the slow right now for 25%, which means it's a 40% slow on those mines if they're hitting people at level 13, which is crazy good. Not only that, but dropping 5 mines all underneath you while you're zooming, which I forgot to mention, we don't have a mount. We hit Z to have thrusters activated to get some extra move speed. That's on a 30-second cooldown though, which is insane in the membrane. But you can kind of pick your engages around your mines with this talent. So not only is the slow huge and really helpful, but you can have tons of mines laying all over the place. And one thing I found out, which is really nice, if you're playing this build into Deathwing, you can just activate your thrusters and your Q where he is landing in his big dumb circle, and he will eat literally all of the mine damage. It is crazy. Look at, he's stuck. He's stuck between the walls. Love it. Yeah, and then, again, walls are one of the only things that affect Deathwing, so, this is just one thing that I learned in one of my really shitty games prior to this, but we were having so much fun in that game while it lasted, dealing ungodly amounts of damage to a Deathwing with just mines when he was landing. It was so good, and the mines would chase him down and just shred all of his armor and do all of his damage. Didn't slow him, but it was still crazy to just watch him struggle and flail about. Now, your 16 talent, it's going to be up to you. It's all auto attack focused. It's all based on kind of what you need. Giant Killer, obviously, for the big health bars, super helpful. Executioner, also super helpful with a lot of, CC on your team. But Mechanical Know-How, I absolutely 100% needed, because that 20% max health shield and the bonus attack damage increase was mainly the shield. I want to be able to stay alive. If I don't have that shield when someone jumps on me, I'm probably going to get my brain sucked out of my asshole. So it's not a place that I want to be. I want to have the shield. I want to live. I want to be the best Sergeant Hammer that I can be. Oh my god, look at how much damage he did to me with that deflect. Just hate it. Thank you, Mal'Ganis. Fuck that, Genji. I need to run away. We're just going to deploy some mines with our thrusters. Cho'Gall jumping into the Zerg wave and our mines and an entomb. And it looks like we're just going to take out the Cassia on the backside while the Cho'Gall dies, and we finish this game off. The 20 talent is the most important part of this build, however, so if you are not taking shrapnel mines at 20 and you're building for mines, you need to correct your thinking. Mines reduce so much armor at level 20. There is really no reason to upgrade your alts if you're building for mines. I know it's kind of a meme build. I know a lot of people don't take this normally, but just do yourself a favor, pick that talent if you're playing this build. It is absolutely insane how much shred that these things will do. So spider mines reduce the armor of enemy heroes hit by 10 up to 30 for 4 seconds. And since our mines continually explode and actually chase people, and that there should be like millions of them on the field at any given moment, that is a crazy amount of armor reduction. My face is in the way of the talent description, isn't it? Yep. Fuck. To take my word for it, 30 seconds. I mean, 30 armor for 4 seconds. You don't need to see past my face. Not at all. But the build again, in case you need it, Maelstrom rounds, barricade, pulse detonation core, napalm strike, tactical mine deployment, mechanical know-how, and shrapnel mines at level 20. That is going to be it. This week is done. I believe there is only 5 weeks left in this playthrough after this. So the whole A to Z should be coming to a close very shortly. Thank God. I'm really sick of playing some of these heroes, and I am absolutely dreading playing some of the other ones coming up. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys next week.